Oh hey there guys, welcome back to Red Hawk Adventures. John here. And today it's a pretty exciting day because we've got not one, but two items we're going to be unboxing and using and installing on the bike. So first off, we're going to have the Peak Design Everyday Case. I've been really excited about this since they first announced it. It looks amazing. It allows for MagSafe, which is super awesome because a lot of cases that allow for mounting on motorcycles normally don't do that for some pretty obvious reasons, but I really like that Peak Design was able to keep that. And then the other thing, which of course the case is used for, the motorcycle bar mount, which I'm really excited about. I was thinking about different brands of cases with bar mounts, but around that time Peak Design was like, hey, here's our mobile line. Maybe you should use that. And as soon as it came out, or as soon as they announced it, I was like, I'm gonna get this. I need this. It's beautiful. I love Peak Design. I'm excited. So we're gonna go ahead and get these installed today. I'm gonna throw this on my phone. You guys are gonna see that. And I'm gonna take this, unbox it. We're gonna look at the different pieces, look at what it can do, and then we're gonna throw it on the bike. So I'm really excited. Let's get started, guys. Let's get into this. You see right here we have our lovely Apple leather iPhone case. It gets the job done. It's minimal. I like that. The buttons are nice and clicky. I could talk about this case another time, but I'd rather not. I mean, it's simple. It gets the job done, but really, it's too simple. And so we're going to grab our Peak Design Everyday case. I'm going to open her up. I really like this pattern, this material. I also like that, the little ring where the magnet is and where it locks on. It's pretty nice. They've got their little message to you, the user. I got a little packet of goodies. What you can connect it to, what it's good for, the wireless stand, the universal bar mount. It's more for bicycles and stuff. It's a little simpler. So, I mean, you could try to use it on a bike, but, mobile tripod, the wall mount, the out front bike mount, the creator kit, wallets, the motorcycle mounts, which we're going to get into in about a minute or so, wireless charging car mount, just a lot of cool stuff that they decided to introduce when they dropped this mobile line. I'm going to close this guy up. Scooch him right there. We're going to get our phone out of the Apple case. Pops out really easily. That's one thing I kind of didn't like, is that at the end of the day, it's in there not too secure, because sometimes I'd pull it out of my pocket and one of the corners would actually be kind of popping out a little bit, but there's a nice lip over it. Very nice. Doesn't come too far in. I just really like how this feels too. It's got a nice feel to it. I like that it lays flat, and with this you can still use the MagSafe accessories like any kind of desk mounts, the simple MagSafe charger, anything really you can use with this still, which is really good bonus, because a lot of times if you paid extra for something like that, you hate having to switch between different cases just because you want to live a certain lifestyle. Like, I know other cases like the Rock Form, right here where it attaches, they have the magnets and stuff. Normally they'll actually kind of jut out a bunch, so you actually got like a lump. So the case will actually kind of wobble on the back, and you can't use MagSafe because all the extra stuff going on here just makes that impossible, which sucks. But I really like Peak Design for doing this, making something like this. And then you scoop this guy over. We have this, our motorcycle bar mount, which is really exciting. I like it. I thought about getting the Rock Form for a while, but then I ended up, around the time I was thinking about getting that, they announced this. So I went ahead and just saved my money and waited for this guy to come out. Which already, just opening this case and popping it in, I can already tell I'm going to love it. But, Peak Design makes some really good stuff. They're good quality, reliable. I have one of their messenger bags already. Have a bunch of their camera stuff. And let's see. motorcycle bar mount, a bunch of instructions, you know, what to do, how to act, what it's cool for. Let's get into that ourselves. There's a little scan me to get the warranty done. I'll do that later. Get this guy in here. Pull this. Ooh, this guy kind of comes out. And then here we have the mount. Really cool. It can rotate, I guess, all those ways. Let me see. We've also got different adapters for different size bars. What are they? 7/8 inch, and I think 1 inch, and then 1 and a quarter. No, 1 and 1/8 inch. So you got 7/8 inch bars, 1 inch bars, and then the 1 and 1/8 inch bars. It'll fit it all, if that's what you need to. I like that. Or, you know, if you don't, you can just go without it. Maybe you need a little different. Try to get these guys back in there. My bars, luckily, are 1 inch, and I think those are the ones that are already on there, which is good. Comes with a little Allen wrench. That's so cool. Pop that out of there. I think we're done with this guy, so we'll put him away. Back in the box you go. Oh no, it popped up. That's fine. Get that out of here. Let me see this. Let me loosen this up real quick so I can see how it adjusts fully. Oh, that's in there tight. Herb. Unscrew it a bunch because it looks like they lock. Oh my god, yes they do. Look. So actually, you unscrew it enough and you can pull it out, and there's actually like, I don't know, what is that? Maybe like 15-degree increments that you can actually adjust it to, which I like. This is really good that it's specific, because sometimes when you can kind of do the full 360 degrees, you end up just slightly off. And if you're as OCD as I am, that's a huge problem that you'll end up stressing over and spending a lot of time trying to adjust. But 15-degree increments works. There's also these little rubber things here. I think that helps with like the anti-vibration. And then, oh, yep, so see, you can have them like that. And what's really cool is since there's the two joints, what you can do is this 15-degree increment works a lot better, because if I go 1 tick to the right, I can go 1 tick to the left, and now it's straight again, right? This is parallel to this. And if I go another tick, I'll go 1 tick the opposite direction, and then again, parallel, right? That's really helpful, because if both of these were just 360 degrees, it'd be a little more complicated for me to, you know, line them up as perfectly as I want, as perfectly as my brain would want it. Screw these guys back in. I'll go ahead and stick the phone on real quick to see how it is. Nice and magnetic, cool. So we have it here. Imagine this is our bar. Pops right in. That's going nowhere. Pulling pretty hard. And then it says you can press just one button and pull hard. And that's it. Easy. Locks in. Goes nowhere. Press the other button. Pull hard. I think, I don't know, for my brain, I always just want to press both. You can do that too. It snaps in so nicely. And then of course you can do the other direction. Look at that. Same thing. Going nowhere. Pull with a little bit of force, just enough to kind of get it to let go enough. So there's that. And yeah, I'm digging this so far. We're gonna get this on the bike in just a moment. But just first impressions of getting these on. I love the way this looks. Mag Plus capability. Huge, like, game changer basically. And it also says, I'll do it real quick, that if you want to, you can remove the little extra arm. In case, I don't know, you just want it closer to the bars, if that's how you want to roll. And so we'll take this guy out. And then, like, this guy goes right in here. So if you wanted to, if this is how you wanted to roll, you could have the bars right here and just have it straight on. cut out the middleman of this. But I'm probably going to keep this. That way I have my phone come out a little higher. So we'll leave that on there. I'll put this back together in just a moment. And yeah, probably get these guys all warrantied up. And I'll see you guys outside to install this on the bike. So yeah, let's go ahead and get to that. Okay, I'm gonna try to be fast because, I don't know, we live in a goddamn aviary or something because there's birds everywhere. I scared them off, but they'll be back soon. So, got this guy. We're gonna get him mounted. A lot of times, if a company is gracious enough to send you hardware and it's pretty good quality, I'd recommend using it because obviously it's going to be the exact size you need, and there's going to be no need fiddling with finding the right size, whether it's metric or not. You know, it just makes it easier if you use what they have. And again, like I said, that's only if they're good quality. Peak Design, they'll give you so many of these damn Allen wrenches, and they're pretty good. They're solid. You'll get one pretty much with every single item you order. So we'll get this guy out. I'm going to put him on the left because I think I've got a little more play here. At least I think so. And I'm left-handed, so it's a little easier. The curse of a lefty, I tell you what. Okay, and there we go. Get this guy on it. Get him on the straightest part that I can to make sure it's not crooked. They didn't give me too many options because this guy's, you know, angled. This, I get like a chunk of straight here, but that's a little too far out. I would prefer it to be, I don't know, closer to the center. So this is pretty good. We'll tighten it, make sure the screw gets in. We'll tighten it just a bit though. We still want to have some play to figure out exactly how I'm going to want this guy. Can I scoot? I'm going to scoot him as much to the left as I can. Because from the looks of this, whenever my phone is straight up, I might be blocking just a teeny bit of the speedometer. But I mean, it's the left side. Don't need too much of that. What I could do is, you know, pop it one tick to the left and then have this right, so it's a little more this way. But for now, I just want to get angle right. I'll fiddle with, you know, the left and right positioning a little later. I just want to make sure it's a good spot with that. So you get her up, stand her up, and you know, you stay seated, you kind of try to get a feel for where it's at. You want to make sure that's straight. You want to make sure that the viewing angle is good, which this seems pretty solid. I might push it back a tad. And actually, from my actual seating position, I can still see enough of the speedometer, like the very edge is cut off a little bit, but that's fine. Again, like I said, we'll see if I end up moving it any more. This looks like a pretty good spot. Go ahead and tighten her down. First, get this guy in. We can do the long screwing for most of it. And then once I need a little more tension, we'll switch to the other way. But I mean, one thing that's also helpful is if you've got an iron like I do, and you have, you know, the stock speedometer location, you can kind of try to match the angle of the phone with the angle of the speedometer. Because, of course, you know, stock, the speedometer angle is pretty ideal viewing angle. So if you can get your phone mount to match that. Oh, we've got a speedy boy going down the street. It's dangerous, of course. We're at a weird, I wouldn't call it a cul-de-sac. It's like an L-shaped street. People love to race down the street, and they love to crash their cars into other people's cars, because, you know, people like to be dumb. Make sure every single joint is nice and tight. We'll double check on this guy one more time because, you know, we don't want this sliding around one day. And, you know, there we go. It's pretty solid. If you reach in, you know, it's a pretty simple one-handed pull. It's a lot easier to pull it off the bike because, you know, this thing weighs, I don't know, 500 and some pounds, almost 600. So pulling away from this is going to be a lot easier than, you know, how I was trying to pull it off my own hand. So this, I'll show you the other hand, reach behind. I normally, you know, press with my middle finger because it's one of the longer fingers, so I kind of get a grip, press it, pull, and it goes on. Snaps right in. Oh, is the speedy boy back? A little harder to do that when you put it sideways, but I guess you kind of have to grab it from the side. Boom. This will help a lot with, you know, just having my phone here, GPS. That's what I mainly need it for, because, you know, anytime I go somewhere. I like to just know how long it's going to take. I like to know my routing. I'm pretty, like, anal about how I drive, and pretty sure it's going to be like that with how I ride. I can take the same route every single day, but I will always want to put it in my map just to make sure I know exactly how long the trip's going to take. Just because I'm a stickler for sticking to a routine. Stand them up, straighten them out. This looks solid, and the birds are back. So that's a good sign to transition and wrap this up. So as you guys saw, that was pretty fun. I'm really liking the case so far. It's beautiful, feels nice. I'm really digging the MagSafe capabilities. That's honestly one of the just huge pros for me, is being able to use that, because I use a desktop like a desktop phone holder and charger that uses the MagSafe. So if I were to get any other case like the rock form or something else, I can't use that. I gotta pop it out of the rock form, throw it back in my leather case or any other case that has MagSafe capabilities, and then I can use it. Which, I don't want it to sound like a first world problem, but I shouldn't have to do that, really. It's not fun, and, you know, being able to just keep it in one case at all times is really good. So I'm really liking that. The mount, you know, I'm going to play with it a little more once I get actually going on the bike, you know, getting some practice in. I'm going to see how it feels. Just leaving it there. Probably going to be a good while before I actually put the phone on there while I'm riding, because I need to focus on learning how to ride more so. I'm getting a lot of gear, really excited about how I'm going to be, you know, down the road. But pretty soon, I hope I'm going to have some videos for you guys where I'm actually learning, you know, and actually showing you guys how I'm improving, how, you know, my skills are getting better. Because that's one of the main reasons I'm here, is to show you guys just how that journey is going to be for me. So I'm really excited, trying to get myself a GoPro, get that mounted to my helmet, so I can have, you guys can have my straight point of view of how I ride, how I'm learning to ride, all that. Because trying to set up this guy on the tripod somewhere is dangerous. I would probably need a friend that kind of just stands there and tries to record me, but that's just a whole complicated mess. So honestly, GoPro on the helmet somewhere is definitely my goal for just moto vlogging, showing you guys how I'm learning. It's gonna be great, it's gonna be fun. GoPro is definitely next on the list to get. Probably gonna hold off on a bunch of gear and or bike mods just to make sure I can get the GoPro, because you guys need to see what I'm doing more than the tripod and my camera allows. So I'm really excited for that. But that's it for me, guys. This is all done. I'll catch you guys later. We'll see what happens next time. You know, so ride smart, stay safe, and as always, guys, have fun. We'll see you later. Let me get these out of here.